2023, as I've mentioned in my football wrap-up video, was a very quiet year for international sports as a whole. Not a lot of storylines, but the country I'm going to be talking about and zoning the light on has had a phenomenal 2023. My homeland, my birthplace, Jamaica. Jamaica's contribution to the world over the many years have been in respective areas such as food. You know, people always associate us with jerk chicken, patties, ackee and saltfish, our national dish, all our incredible cuisine. Our artist, Bob Marley. Who doesn't know Bob Marley in the world? Whenever you go somewhere, people are like, Bob Marley, you know? And they have that with them. You could even bring up Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, Skeng, if you will. All our incredible artists in whether reggae or dancehall have contributed to the world's main stage. But one of the biggest stages we've occupied is in sports. And our noticeable figures Usain Bolt, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price, Merlene Ottey, all these incredible persons who have carried the torch throughout the years on the international stage for Jamaica's sake. Land of wood and water. We're little, but with talawa. We've always been dominant in track and field, and we will forever continue to be. However, this year, 2023, saw a shift where Jamaica conquered every sport, and that was just heartwarming to me. I know as a football channel, it's kind of weird. Why am I talking about other sports? But if I'm gonna be doing a Jamaica's year in sports, which they had an incredible year, I can't leave off most of the sports. So let's start with, of course, football. I'm gonna forever talk about this. The women's team qualifying to back-to-back World Cup tournaments. Not only qualifying, but being the first Caribbean nation women's team to make it to the round of 16. That is just an incredible feat that will forever live on in our history. I'm just too emotional to ever talk about it because it just gets me choked up. The men qualifying for the Copa America that will be held this year. Copa America was selectively rendered for South American teams, over they went ahead and tweaked it a little bit to include Caribbean nations. And I think this is a big thing in towards Jamaica's road to 2026 World Cup, because South American teams are some of the hardest teams to beat, some of the most. And if Jamaica can go there, cement themselves and make a name, then they can show me and prove to me that they're ready. Let's move on to locally. Schoolboy Football got a new winner, and Schoolboy Football is one of the biggest events for high school competition sports-wise outside of Champs, which is a track event. And so we've known the usual suspects who are going to win, who are going to walk away with the trophy, who are in contention. However, this year we saw two different outside the norm pool make it to the final, give us an interesting final, and Mona walking away as the winner. And it is incredible the work that their coach has been doing there. And this is just about doing the impossible. Doing the impossible was 2023. Moving right along to the track and field events. Alright, so the World Athletic Championship was held in Budapest. We were top 4 on the medal table. I don't think a lot of persons understand what that means, being top 4 on a medal table of an island small as Jamaica. We had an incredible year at the World Athletics Champ. It was Shericka Jackson's year. She had an incredible season. I think, she, even before the World Athletics Championships, she has made a name for herself and she's always been in the limelight. But I think this year, conversation is done. Wrap it up. Shericka is that girl. Running 21.41 at the World Champs. Clocking one of the second fastest times in the 200 meters. She is one of the she's the second fastest woman alive. Talking about another dominant woman is Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price, who I think is the staple for what a Jamaican athlete should be, whether male or female. She has won a medal at every single world champs. She has been on the top of the game forever since, and she will forever continue to be. And the doubters can talk about age and being a mother, and she continues to shut that down. I love that. We saw another iconic moment, Antonia Watson winning the 400 meter. It's one of Jamaica's first medal in that event since, right, what he did in the last 100 meters coming down that stretch, the perseverance, the resilience, I was too stunned to speak. I saw a lot of the youngsters, whether or not they made it to a semi-final or final, whether or not they medaled, they showed that Jamaica is on track and that the future is in great hands and that we're gonna be okay. Also, the field events, I saw a lot of persons, you know, doing the field events were making a little noise here and there. They're doing their personal best, the season's best, and all of that, and I was just so proud of that. And that just brings me to, if we had the proper support and financial backing, what can Jamaica not do? Wayne Pinnock also in the long jump, creating history again. Like, we just did it over and over at the World Champs in Budapest. Like, that was just crazy. And I want to end it on Danielle Williams. That was a grand return. I remember I watched her years ago and she just burst on the scene and everybody's like, who's this? But she has worked hard, and just like they know, she's worked hard to come back on the scene and to make a name for herself, and to defend a world title is not an easy feat, and to beat the record holder, the championship holder, like, oh, stop speaking on us, we are that country. But yeah, track and field was a very interesting year for Jamaica. It's one of our strongest sport, and we forever do great. Netball. So we made an appearance at the Netball World Cup in South Africa. The dancing videos were heartfelt. I love, because that's Jamaicans. We have personality, we have flair, we have all the fun things to us, and that is what makes people love us so much. And to see the girls showing that on the international stage is just amazing. We placed third. That is a strong finish, given all the controversy around the Sunshine Girls in the first place being there. Again, financial troubles. We beat some strong teams like New Zealand, South Africa, Sri Lanka. Those are well-renowned netball teams, and the fact that we went up on the stage and did what was needed is just incredible. I left the most boring sport last because I could care less, and I've never been a fan of it with cricket, but I have to talk about it. The West Indies. Now, while the West Indies is a mixture of Jamaicans and other Caribbean nations, it's kind of a Jamaican team at the end of the day. 6 wins in the T20 series, beat England. That is a rivalry as old as time, so that's a good one. We placed 8th in the T10 in the World Cup. Best result was being runner-up at the World Cup in 2018. So yeah, you'd say runner-up to 6, but given the previous during the years since 2018, how downhill the performance of the West Indies have been, they've improved. They get a lot of slack for not living up to the expectations of the older generation, but I think there can be a resurgence and a redominance of the West Indies cricket team. So yeah, incredible year for Jamaica. We just never let up, no matter what the case was. We just went for everything, everything, and I'm just so proud to be Jamaican. I don't know about you, but wear the Jamaican flag on my back. Like, I'm gonna make it known that I'm Jamaican 110%. And this year, as I said, it's gonna be another great year for us. We have the Copa America coming up where the boys are gonna be involved in. We have the Paris Olympics, which we always give an entertaining performance at the Olympics. So yeah, that's the 2023 wrap up for Jamaica. Thank you guys for watching my video. Go and check out my last video. Follow me on all social media platforms, and